alarm goes off at 7. I turn it off, then I set another one. I look in the mirror. Today will be different. Today, I will.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Oh My English, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Lily.
Hello, Lily. Hi, everyone. I'm Tommy. It is so good to be here today.
Tommy, how are you doing? How was your morning?
Honestly, not great. I woke up with absolutely no plan. I just stood in the kitchen for a while, staring at the coffee machine.
That sounds like a lot.
It was. Anyway, how about you? How's your morning going?
Really good, actually. I watered my plants early, which, honestly, it's the only way I can wake up properly. And then I made my coffee and felt like a completely different person.
Right, yeah. The plant routine. Very important.
It is. And speaking of routines, that is exactly what we are talking about today.
Oh, perfect. Because clearly, I need some help with mine.
Today, we are going to talk about how to describe your daily routine in English. What you do every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and all the words and expressions you need to talk about it naturally.
That is such a useful topic. Like, I talk about my day all the time in English, but I'm never sure if I'm saying it the right way.
And that is exactly why we are here. By the end of this episode, you are going to feel confident talking about your day in any conversation.
Let's do it.
But wait, before we start,
Please like this video. It really helps us a lot.
and subscribe to Oh My English so you never miss a new episode.
And share this with a friend who's learning English, especially someone who says they don't have time to practice. This episode is perfect for them.
Thank you so much. Okay, today we have a special story for you. We are going to hear from Maya. She works from home, and she is going to tell us about her typical weekday, from the first alarm to the last thing she does before bed.
Oh, working from home. That is a very different kind of routine.
It really is. And after we listen, Tommy and I are going to talk about it, the words, the expressions, and what Maya's day can teach us. Ready?
Ready. Let's hear it.
My alarm goes off at 7. I turn it off, then I set another one. I look in the mirror. Today will be different. Today, I will be organized. I make coffee, I check my emails, in my pajamas. This is already work. My commute is 12 steps, from my bedroom to my desk. I sit down at 8:30, laptop open, coffee next to me. I have a plan. By 9, I have answered emails and watched 2 random videos. Focus, Maya. I eat lunch at my desk. This is not ideal, I know this. After work, I go for a walk, just 15 minutes. Best part of my day. I eat dinner at the table, not the desk. No phone, no laptop. My alarm is set for 7. I will definitely not press snooze tomorrow.
Thank you, Maya. That was so relatable.
Yeah, I feel like I know Maya. The alarm, the pajamas, the emails, all before 8:30.
What I love about her story is how honest it is. She doesn't pretend to have a perfect morning. She just describes exactly what happens.
And the last line, I will definitely not press snooze tomorrow. That is everyone.
That is everyone. Okay, let's talk about some of the language she used. The very first thing she said, my alarm goes off.
Not rings, goes off.
Exactly. In natural English, we say the alarm goes off. Goes off means it starts making noise, it activates. My alarm goes off at 7. That is the correct natural way to say it.
And then she turns it off and sets another one and another one.
Right. Turn off is the opposite. You press the button and it stops. Goes off, turns off. 2 different directions.
And then she looks in the mirror and says, today will be different. Today, I will be organized. I've said that in those exact words.
We all have. And that moment, talking to yourself in the mirror, that is called self-talk. You are giving yourself a little pep talk. Maya does it again later. She says, "Focus, Maya."
Yes, that one hit. Just 2 words. Focus, Maya. Dry, flat. Like she has said it before and she knows it won't work.
It's very relatable and very natural English. Using your own name when you talk to yourself adds emphasis. You can say, "come on," or "focus," or "okay," just to reset.
I say, come on, Tommy, more than I'd like to admit.
And then the commute line. She said, "My commute is 12 steps, from my bedroom to my desk."
That was funny. But commute, that's the journey from home to work, right?
Exactly. Your commute can be 30 minutes by bus, or it can be 12 steps across your apartment. It is still a commute, and it is a very useful word, especially now that so many people work from home.
My commute on days I teach from home is very similar to Maya's. Maybe 15 steps. There's a guitar in the way.
And then lunch. She said, "I eat lunch at my desk. This is not ideal. I know this." Did you notice how she said that?
Yeah, very flat. Zero drama. I know this. Like she has accepted it.
That delivery, calm, self-aware, not complaining, is a really natural way to talk about habits you haven't changed yet. This is not ideal. I know this. You can use that structure for anything.
I check my phone before bed. This is not ideal. I know this.
Exactly. And then the walk. She said, "After work, I go for a walk. Just 15 minutes. Best part of my day. No explanation, no because, just the fact, and it lands perfectly."
Simple and strong.
And then dinner. She said, "I eat dinner at the table, not the desk." That contrast, not the desk, tells you everything about her day without explaining anything.
You understand the whole story in 3 words.
Okay, speaking of routines, Tommy,
Oh,
I mentioned last week that you also tried to improve your morning routine.
I did? Yes, I made a list.
How many items were on the list?
For the full morning, around 40. But just for before breakfast, 27.
27 things before breakfast.
I wanted to be thorough.
What was on the list?
Okay, so wake up, turn off alarm, sit up slowly, take 3 deep breaths, put left foot on floor, put right foot on floor, stand up, walk to bathroom.
Tommy, that is just getting out of bed.
Okay, maybe I over-engineered it a little, but I was inspired.
And did it work?
I looked at the list, felt completely overwhelmed, and went back to sleep.
Of course you did. Maya didn't have a perfect system either, but she had a walk and dinner at the table and a last line that made everyone laugh. Small, real things. That's what actually works.
Right. Simple and real, not a 40-item spreadsheet.
Although I do also use lists.
Lily, do you have a list for your list?
I have a system. It is completely different.
Sure, totally different.
Okay, quick second. If you are still listening right now, comment the word routine below. Just that word. It tells us you are here and it really helps the channel.
Yes, and if you haven't liked the video yet, now is a great time. Subscribe to Oh My English and share with a friend who is learning English.
Thank you. Now, how does your day compare to Maya's? What does your typical day look like, Tommy?
Okay, honest answer. Some days, I'm very like Maya. I start late, I lose track of time, I forget to eat. Especially when I'm writing music. I look up, and it's dark outside.
And the first thing you do in the morning?
Make tea. Strong tea, with milk. Non-negotiable.
And do you work from home?
Mostly yes. I teach guitar. Sometimes students come here, sometimes I go to them. So some days I commute, some days I don't.
And evenings?
I play guitar for a bit. Biscuit comes in and sits on the guitar case. That's my sign to stop.
He has perfect timing.
He really does. And I go to bed around 11. Sometimes later if there's football on.
And me, I wake up around 6:45, water the plants first, then coffee. I sit at my desk and write a short list of what I want to do. And unlike Maya, I eat lunch at the table, not the desk.
Lily, do you have a list for your plants, too?
Tommy.
Just checking.
Okay, before the bonus tip, let's hear Maya's story one more time. This time, listen closely to the verbs and time expressions. They are the building blocks of everything.
Ready.
My alarm goes off at 7. I turn it off, then I set another one. I look in the mirror. Today will be different. Today, I will be organized. I make coffee, I check my emails, in my pajamas. This is already work. My commute is 12 steps, from my bedroom to my desk. I sit down at 8:30, laptop open, coffee next to me. I have a plan. By 9, I have answered emails and watched 2 random videos. Focus, Maya. I eat lunch at my desk. This is not ideal, I know this. After work, I go for a walk, just 15 minutes. Best part of my day. I eat dinner at the table, not the desk. No phone, no laptop. My alarm is set for 7. I will definitely not press snooze tomorrow.
Great. Thank you again, Maya. I hope that second listen was even better than the first.
It always is. The second time you catch things you missed. Like the focus, Maya. I laughed again.
Let's do a quick review of the key language from today. The verbs: wake up, turn off the alarm, get dressed, check emails, start working, have lunch, go for a walk, make dinner, go to bed.
And the expressions goes off, commute, self-talk. My alarm goes off. My commute is 12 steps. Focus, Maya.
And that structure. This is not ideal. I know this. Calm, honest, self-aware. You can use that for anything in your life.
No drama, just the truth.
Exactly. Simple language said honestly. That is what makes a story feel real.
Okay, bonus tip time.
Tonight, before you go to sleep, describe your day out loud in English. Just one sentence per activity. I woke up at 7. I made coffee. I worked until 5. I went for a walk. I made dinner. That's it.
That is so simple, but really powerful.
Your brain connects the words to real experiences, things that actually happened to you today. And if you do it every night for 1 week, those expressions will start coming naturally, without thinking.
7 days. Completely doable, even for me.
Even without a 40-item list.
Fair. I'm doing this tonight. Biscuit will hear my daily routine in English, whether he likes it or not.
Perfect. And on that note, thank you so much for listening today.
Yes, thank you everyone. It is always so good to have you here.
Subscribe to Oh My English and like this video. It really helps us keep making content for you.
And tell us in the comments, what time do you wake up? Are you a morning person or a night person?
We would love to read your answers. We read every comment. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye for now.